Coach, then we'll do players for the student athletes first, and then questions for the student athletes first, and then questions for coach. Opening statement.
Okay, I don't think we started great, but two things happened. One, Peyton was excellent in the first period, and the chances we get, the guys finished. And then I thought the other, other factor I thought was huge to get us back into it. To see how our 400, 500 of our students come up to Madison Square Garden was awesome. They made a great atmosphere for us, and in the end, we finally found our game.
Questions for the student athletes?
Evan, so how was practice like this week? And, going into Thursday's loss, how did it feel just to get back and get that win tonight?
Yeah, like you said, coming from Thursday's loss, we know we didn't play our best at all, and going into Thursday's or Friday's practice, we knew what we had to fix, and we kind of focused on that. And then I think today we showed what we can do when we play. Besides the beginning part of the game, but a full game the way we want to play.
You said you knew what you had to fix. What were some things you guys keyed in on coming into this game?
We just keyed in our D forward relationship, transition, and when to stretch out the rank, and when to come back and support our D.
Penn, they hit the post, I think, maybe 6 times in this game. Is that like a mindset, like, okay, we catch some breaks here?
I don't know. It's hockey, right? Bounces go in our favor, bounces go against us, so it's part of the game.
Any other questions for the student athletes?
For either player, just what was the experience of playing Madison Square Garden feel like?
It was kind of everything you thought it was going to be. It was awesome. And the state fans were crazy and awesome and loud, and it was this experience I'll never forget for sure.
Same for me. I was talking to Ricky DeRosa last night, and he said, in every game I've played in my entire career, he said this is the time he played his freshman year, it was a top 3 game that he remembers, and he goes, and we lost. He said it's a special place. He just said, just go out and have fun, and I think that that's what helped us.
Is there anything kind of like pregame you guys did to prepare for just the experience?
I don't know if you've ever been to Pagula, but it's just as loud. At the end of the day, it's Madison Square Garden, but at the end of the day, it's if there's an ice, there's 2 teams, and I think that when the puck's dropped, you just gotta play hockey.
Is the preparation any different going into an event like this?
No, not for me. I just, like I said, I take it in warm-ups, and when the national anthem goes out, I see everyone out there, all the people there. But I think, like I said, once the puck drops, no matter where you're playing, it's a hockey game, and you got to do everything you can to win the game.
Evan, what do you think the key to your line success was tonight?
I thought we kind of capitalized on our chances. We the first period there we got a few, and we were lucky to capitalize on the way we did.
With the way the offense maybe has been struggling coming in to have, I think you guys scored 3 goals in your first 7 shots. What was it like to kind of get that going?
Yeah, like you said, we've been struggling scoring goals recently, and any way we can help our guy in that battle even harder. It was really nice to get three goals there in the first, and help him boost his confidence and get him feeling good in the crease.
Is there a lesson that you both can take from today that you could apply for future games as your season goes forward?
Stick to what we do well. Play our game, play as a team, and I think that when we play our game, I think we can be successful every night.
Anything else for the students? Thanks, guys. Questions for Guy?
How important was this win to break the skid of 4 losses?
There's going to be more important games, winner if this weren't lost, but we felt that it was very important, specifically just to get back to playing how we can play. And I don't know if we did that in the first period. Obviously, we came out ahead because we finished, but I think we started to look a lot more like ourselves second 2 periods, and to do it here at Madison Square Gardens against a great program like Michigan is absolutely. I hope that we can look back on this and say this was extremely important.
Does the event maybe add to that?
I think it does. I don't know if it should, but it does.
Right.
I think hopefully we'd feel that way because of how we've been playing wherever we play, but to do it against Michigan, to do it in Madison Square Gardens, yeah, I got to be honest, maybe adds a little bit to it.
The last time you played in an NHL rink, you weren't able to hold on to the lead that you had. I think it was 3 goals. Did you kind of take away when you played Princeton? Did you kind of take away anything from that game too, or just like being in that atmosphere to make sure the same thing didn't happen tonight?
I don't think the atmosphere had anything to do with that. I think that anytime you play in this type of atmosphere, it can benefit you. It's a great experience on its own, no matter what, and that's important. But I think it also can benefit you, as everybody hopes that it will in April, the more you have these experiences. I don't know if the Princeton game was because of the venue at all. But look, I don't equate, I'm just happy we won, and I don't know if we can equate it to Princeton, but it's nice to win here.
Is there anything as a coach that you could say to the players to get them ready mentally for a day like today? Because a lot of pressure being here and.
Honestly, we had enough challenges that we had to address that, the coaches talked about it, and this was. I understand what you're saying, but we had so many bigger priorities at the time that we just let it go, and we feel we have had a lot of experiences like this in the past. So I don't think there have been. Not only this team, but in the past we've had these, so we sort of relied on the leadership to do that, and we just addressed what we had to do systematically.
The team played with a lot more confidence, tonight's game. What do you think that it contribute to?
I thought it was because we finished. Like, I don't think for some reason, I don't know why, I don't think we had it when we started, and give Michigan credit. I thought they really came out hard. I think Peyton made some huge saves, which gave us confidence. And then on the other side of it, I think we finished. The few chances that we had, we finished, and that gave us confidence. And then I do think that we played as a team with a lot more confidence the second and third. But boy, if that start could have gone differently, I'm not sure that would have happened.
So how will the momentum, take you into Minnesota to your next game?
Right now, look, we're just happy we won this one. That was the first thing to get us playing again. And like I said, I think the last 2 periods we did play like we are more used to it, and it felt good again. That's the first thing. So we're going to enjoy this one now, and then focus on the other games starting Monday.
What did you say to the team after that first period? Because you guys get outshot, I think, like 22-8, but you're up 3 goals. So how does that change your address?
Well, you know what? Actually, walking past the locker room, I heard Chris Funky, and he said it all. So we didn't have to say much. He was great. Chris was great, and he said pretty much exactly what was on our minds. That we got to get. That we're up, but we can do a lot better, and we were giving up too many. We weren't getting in terms of opportunities and shots. I mean, Chris was great. So I think we probably would have had a lot more to say, but he took care of all of it.
And how nice was it to see Evan's line,
Getting
get a
back,
bunch
yeah.
of points?
Yeah, very nice. Obviously, they've been a huge part of a lot of the success that we've had earlier in the season, and part of it I think is, to be honest, I think Evan went through a really, really grueling tournament, emotionally and physically, and I give him tons of credit. I mean, he looked really fresh tonight, and that line played great, and I think he's, I think he's a competitor, because that's tough. He was extremely tired, and I think he's finally getting back to himself. I think that obviously is a big factor for that line.
Do you think that there was maybe a confidence boost after that beginning part of the first period, because Payne's play and kind of made the breaks you got, but then having some chances in the post, but it was they didn't score. So did you get a confidence boost out of that?
A couple of those, I think could have gone in, but I do think that Peyton played the angles really well on a couple of as well. I mean, yeah, we got some breaks for sure, and anytime you get breaks, whether it's a post or a bounce or something else, it gives you a little bit of a reprieve, and you feel good about it. But I do have to say also, I thought Peyton, on a couple of those, he didn't give up much either. So they don't count as a shot on net. I think, yes, we got some confidence from it. You feel good, but at the same time, I think maybe Peyton deserves a little credit for having the angles on those.
What did you see in terms of your team's ability to capitalize on the breakaways tonight?
Well, I mean, it was nice, and that hasn't been the case in the past either. It was nice to get it early. Anytime you can capitalize on anything, I think it's important, but we were able to capitalize on a couple of their mistakes as well. I think we've been pretty happy with how we generate offense, and to capitalize on a couple of opportunities that we had, especially when we weren't getting very many, was a big confidence boost as well.
How much of a boost is it for you when your goalkeeper is playing like your goalkeeper was playing tonight?
Huge, it always is. And I thought that the game on Thursday, I thought actually Oscar Audio played extremely well the first period as well. And then it was sort of a mirrored image. I thought we had a couple turnovers and they cashed in on a breakaway as well. And it just sort of switched that way. So, I mean, it always is. You can play in goaltending, such as you know. I'm not saying anything you don't know. It's just huge. And when your goaltender is playing successful and also his demeanor is successful, I can't tell you, it helps so much. And Peyton was tonight.
Anything else for Guy?